On the list, we have Monica Roy, experienced senior learning development consultant at the Alt Learning, with a demonstrated history of working in educational department, army rehabilitation program, government organization and jewelry industry. Now, skilled in employer branding, instructional design, team building, public speaking, and curriculum development.
Role over here. And more specifically, being into a hybrid model. Okay, one of the thing is like the thing that we need to take care about is all about the employee experiences. So, how the companies are now, you think that it will be adopting the hybrid model, looking into the concerns that the employee experiences and the satisfaction has been maintained.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Your question, yeah. What matters most is the intentionality. The intentionality to shift from a work from office mode to the work from home setup or hybrid setup is what matters the most. When we are ready to kick it off, we are good to go. A. B. Technology has to be the backbone. As Mr. Ujjal said, he is more experienced in this case. So, technology has to be the backbone. And when you know that things are in transition phase, you cannot predict everything as of now. It is, yes, it is an ambiguous situation. And yes, ambiguity is very stressful, we all know. But it is the way we are going on. And in these 2 years of COVID, we have already proved that we can work from home and the productivity will not go down. In this case, I would like to share my story only. I had experience in HR, in learning and OD, and because of certain reasons, I have a special child. I couldn't go for a full-time job 10 years back. I couldn't go back to the job. I wanted a setup that could allow me time flexibility, space flexibility, but you know how things were 10 years back. But later on, thanks to the pandemic has taught us many things, you know, and given us many things. The hybrid model came into practice, and yet, yes, I repeat, it is in the transition phase, but now I am more productive as an employee and also can drive more engagement level from my team. The reason being, I don't need to travel, I don't need to commute, my energy level is always high, and my team, when they say that you cannot drive an employee engagement program online, I'll say it's all wrong. Those virtual, you know, what you call that, water cooler talks, those virtual coffee talks, you can do it virtually every time. You need not go to the office every time, and you need not go and sit and every second person is coming and disturbing you or having an informal chat with you or having asking for some help or something like that. You can sit at home, you can connect with whoever you want, and then you can work at your own flexible timing. So let's wait and watch and see how this transition goes on. And as far as your question for satisfaction is concerned, I think roughly, if I can come to a client of mine, 85% of the people were very much satisfied with the hybrid setup, and a more of technological help in that case can, you know, accelerate things.
Okay, thank you very much, Monica. And I rightly agree with you as well that it is giving more
to add a little. I was just going through an interview on YouTube, I guess, with Miss Kate Lister, the director for Global Workplace. You know, technology, I'm not a right person to talk on technology, but then technology is advancing in such a immense way that you can now touch the person in near future with whom you are having a conversation on Zoom. This is something I just got to know 2 days back, and I was really bowled over. So if this is the case, I think hybrid work is here to stay, and hybrid work will not go away. Yes, there are human interactions, as they pointed out. Of course, very decisive, very important. Water cooler talks, and what we call that, other things. But the commutation time, again, if I repeat, and the confusion that is, a part and parcel of the process is something we cannot negate. That is something we have to look forward. Whether it is Mumbai, whether it is Vancouver, a plus 2 or 3 hours of commutation is something, sucks out the energy from you. Why do you need to do that? Okay, so it's okay if we have, I have successfully conducted these employee engagement virtual sessions. And trust me, it is going great. I cannot name the company here, but it's going great. We have fund managers who are there in the office, and we are here virtually. We are totally kicking it off, and the things are sometimes better. Again, she said, Miss Lister said, that when I went back to the office after maybe 2 years, 2.5 years, I wanted to rate a meeting which was happening in person 3 out of 10. When asked, why are you rating the in-person meeting 3 out of 10, she said, in these 2 years, which I totally identify, in these 2 years, we have got a fixed process in which we can talk, we can raise hand, Zooming, how it is so convenient. But with a long table of conversation, people are dropping in, people are, contradicting others, people are falling in place, and, things are not that proper. I guess this hybrid thing and the technology is the backbone. I think this is here to stay. And, of course, technology is backbone, I repeat this, but more and more inventions in this field will give it a great start and great transition.
Okay, thank you, Monica.
Adding to this, I was again reading an article by Mr. Blair of the Tribune Journal. He very clearly said that 80% of my work life, I have been working from office. And now when I see people, my employees saying that we don't want to work from office and we want to work from home, we want a flexible timing. We were the people in our prime of our youth. We went behind the cubicle, used to go behind the cubicle at 9, come out from behind the cubicle at 5:30. And now when the people are saying that we want to work in the comfort of our homes, come to office when and where needed, once or twice a week, of course, it is going to shake the culture. It is, of course, going to shake the culture. Now, addressing to that, there are various other articles that support a fast-paced learning or looking forward learning model. You have to imbibe the culture thing in your learning process itself. We all know that in HR, there is a LMS technique that gives you a learning perspective, and imbibing the culture aspect in the learning part will, I think, can smoothen this process a lot. If not totally, but can smoothen the process. Culture is what? It is cultivating and nurturing. If we can do this in a very, a smooth process, it will take time. It is in a transition phase, and then I think we are good to go. So hybrid work thing is here to stay, and the culture will by and by change. We cannot expect anything, a knee-jerk reaction as of now. So we have to amalgamate and see how we can build a perfect amalgamation of a good culture in the organization using learning as the backbone.